I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit you sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Trump, fellas, here we go. He's coming. We got double up.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Bit of a haymaker right after the starting bell, Charles. One play on the ground, and you're already on the other side of the 50.
I like how you went boxing there. Essentially went from the weigh-in to walking into the ring, being introduced, and firing away. Big shot early.
21.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. In the last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season. Really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Judon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 21, 21. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word. Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping. Kill, kill, kill. No, no, no. Jack. Hatchie.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch a slap, watch a slap, watch a slap. Rush, go. Rush in. Check nickel. Check 24, check 24. Single.
Jackson from the shotgun. Man open left side is Brown. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Tight dog. Kill.
Here's Jackson to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
21.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
That's going to be a long day. Shift. Check. Lucky.
Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. His first catch, good for 8 and a 1st down. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year. Led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Alert three. Check your hot read. Check.
And Jackson throwing once more. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Hey, 4 down. Squeeze. Bang. Go. Back.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Jackson. That is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Under 10, 10, 25, check 25, check 31, check 31. Ready.
From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Tucker's kick is good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible. Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. White. Check nine.
Garoppolo gives to Breda. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, as the first half is winding down, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Hey, number 8's coming. Number 8's coming. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Motion. Pop. Check 26. Check 26. Right forward.
To throw again, Jackson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 9, Jackson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Check 50.
On 3rd down, Jackson. The open man is Smith. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know. You better bring it. Kill. Go.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
He's checking. Crash.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. It's caught. On the right side, it's Smith. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check. Watch twist.
To throw again is Jackson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check 6 guard. Hustle. Months 56. Hey, set up. Coming. Check 64. 3. Check 99. Check 3. Set up.
They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, here we go. Deuce.
Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yardage.
Okay.
Here's Jackson on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. It's Ingram. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much Not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total.
Here we go, here we go.
You can't block me. You can't.
One, Omaha.
You can't block me. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the 49er first down.
Here we go,
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Get that ball. You go tight. You got
alert! Alert!
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And past the 30, down to about the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
From the 27, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 3rd and short.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Protein spill.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. They find some open field here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, a nice spin. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on off.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Mike, here we go. Like 20.
Bandit.
Now on second and 13. Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
You got nothing.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23.
A gain of 16 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Matt Breida with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing, and keep in mind 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
What's the ad? Leo. Whip. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Now it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Now and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 26. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Wide, get wide. Delta. 56 to Mike.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second and 7, Garoppolo, incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The Niners on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Lock. Bring it. Let's bring it. He's coming.
They run for him with Breida. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. 27 yards there, a first down.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for Baltimore. First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Ship.
Jackson to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Ready, go.
Again, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Miles Boykin. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Safety's creeping. Mike 9.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Mike,
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
12.
48.
Hey, Foxtrot. I got you.
Garoppolo looking to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.